Hi my friends, welcome. Today I want to talk about if I was asked what 10 items I would bring and why. I'm going to show you them. But first, before I start showing those particular items, there is a lot of consideration on the equipment you take with you. Now you've got to remember that these 10 items, you want to try and make them most multi-purposes as you can, because the more the item you can be used for in other ways, the better it benefit you. It does take a lot of thought, and because you want to utilize them in the best way possible. So the first items I consider is a poncho. Now this poncho is not only you can make a shelter from it, it's also very useful. You can wear it to keep you out the wind and rain. It's made of it's OD color, the ripstop, and you can make a water collection as well. So it has many uses. And this is a full length poncho, military issue. And this is one, instead of I was considering a tarp, but I said yes, a tarp is great. It gives you a big coverage. You can make cordage from it if necessary, but at the same time it's limited. But this is like, it gives you that, it goes that extra mile, and you can do more with this, no doubt. That's why this is my number one choice so far. The second item I'm considering obviously is your paracord. Paracord is a beautiful invention. I would say at least, if you can, 20 to 30 meters long, 5 feet 50 paracord. Now what is a 550 paracord? You got the individual 5 strands inside, which are 50-pound breaking strain, and the outer layer is 200 breaking strain. And obviously that once you take it apart, you can use it as a fishing line. You can make snares with it. You can also use it to sew up to make your wound if you get injured, if it goes things that far anyway. So paracord is my number 2 choice. Fantastic. It comes in multicolors as well. Third item, I think some people might not think it's an obvious thing or necessary thing, but for me it's paramount, is your multi-tool. Now your multi-tool, whatever brand you have, Leatherman, whatever, a budget type, they are extremely useful. Not only there's a secondary knife, you got a nail file, you got scissors, you got tin openers, you got bottle openers, you got all sort of type of specialist tips on there as well. And obviously with the new Leatherman, you get a screwdriver set and more now. So it seems to be getting more and more multi-use now, and they're fantastic to have. That's why that is my other one. The next one is my fishing kit. Now my fishing kit is extremely good. I love it very much. It's a simple one. I'm gonna update this to a different type, but it has been very useful. It's a handheld one, which has really got a hook and line on there. I think the breaking strain on here, because I'm avid, I love fishing, so I feel 10-pound breaking strain was enough for me. From my experience. If you wish to go higher, 15, 20, or whatever it is, it's up to you, to be honest. But for me, 10-pound breaking strain is great. And obviously the rest of the fishing kit, it comes in this lovely small pouch. And you can see I've got an array of items inside: hooks, swivels, floats. I've got different types of flies and lures, lead weights. You can see it's got a lovely little attachments, and it all closes up. It's a nice pouch, secure. Okay. My next item, this one doesn't need no introduction at all. It's a ferrocerium rod. This particular one, I bought the shaft by itself, a 15mm copper pipe, bit of paracord on the end, a striker, and that's it. You can make it. It's a lot more cheaper to make as well than buying actual all out made for you. And it's fantastic. This can easily make fires in all circumstances. I've used it in many ways. Even if it gets wet, just give it a nice little wipe it down, and away you go. my cooking system, now that was a kind of tough one because there is so much on the market, and I've tried so many different types, but I found for me which works fine, because obviously we're thinking about a survival sense here. Now for me it's definitely, it came up, which I love the most, and is the Pathfinder's canteen set. I think they are fantastic. It's a 1 litre stainless steel. You have the simple, it comes in one package. This will go in the base for you to heat up your water, and you've got a mug on top in the middle, and it calls it love. Look, you know, what more could you really ask for? I love this system, and I think it works effortlessly. You know, for me it works perfectly. It's a great item. It's not cheap, but it's well worth the investment. It'll last you a lifetime. The next one I would bring is a buck saw. Now, a buck saw is, I find it's fantastic. Not only that, it comes in a small canvas bag, which once you take it apart, it goes in nice and easy. It's great, to be honest. It can do a lot of work very easily, and I think it's you know, it's one of those items I won't leave without. And it makes light work of, you know, those larger items. The next one, now that well, a lot of people think, what about your knife? You haven't spoken about a knife or an axe or whatever. Now, for me, the next item was a bit difficult to choose, because what can that item be used for? An axe, great, I can chop, I can maybe do some sort of carving or some feather sticks, you know, or maybe some sort of shaping. But then the knife as well, the knife is limited as well to, like if you can batten on wood, or you know, cutting things and carving. It's great, but I chose something maybe surprise you. You might disagree with it, but I chose the KUKRI. Now the KUKRI, I think it's a powerful tool. It's extremely good quality. You can see the spine. It's not light, but I love the grip on it. It just really molds around your hand. So that's why when you're using such items, you want something that's comfortable. It feels really strong, that you have full control over the item. With this, I can no doubt chop. I've used it to chop trees. I've used it for cutting meat. I can use it for feather stick, or for making some craft work. And believe me, it's fantastic. So it's a kind of axe, knife, and you know, craft working tool all in one. And I think it's fantastic. One, you know, that's I sometimes leave my axe at home and go for the KUKRI. It's fantastic. The next item, number 9, is my sleeping bag. My sleeping bag's inside here. It's a Snug Pack Elite, a Softy Elite. It can take you down to a temperature of -10. Now, depending on the situation where we are, I would take this or a different type, but this will be in my number 9 on my list, in my sleeping bag. Obviously, I'll keep it in a waterproof rubberized dry bag. The last thing you want is this to get wet, so you have to consider that. And my final item, again, people might be surprised, but I think it's one of those. I do not leave home without it. I always, no matter where I go, doesn't matter what time of the season in the year it is, I take it. It really gives that added protection and warmth to wherever you are in. And that's my GURETEX BIVVIE bag. Okay, this is fantastic. This is invaluable. You know, this will get you with your sleeping bag inside, or if you haven't got a sleeping bag and it comes to that situation, this will give you that extra warmth. It get you out the wind, and plus it keep you extremely dry, and it's watertight. This is a ex-military type GURETEX BIVVIE bag. I think it's fantastic. You know, I swear by it, don't leave home without it. It's one of those kits that is phenomenal in every aspect. So those are my 10 items which I would choose. It has taken a lot of thought. If there's the 10 items you are thinking about, think carefully about it, because these are the sort of items that you are going to be out there in the elements, and you got to know how to use these. Make sure you practice with them, and that way you'll be the most efficient use out of these items. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you it's been educational, and till next time, thank you very much for watching. Take care.